Well, I'm out on a ride. Staying local today. Figured I'd hit all my local haunts. I'm in Roberts Ferry right now. It's old. It's actually not old. It's a covered bridge. Someday it'll be old. It's one of my little shady spots. This spot's always shady, even in the heat of the summertime. You can come down this little path right here. And it's gonna always be shady for you. Little hideout. This bridge is pretty interesting though. They put these signs every so often. It goes back, if you go over there on that end and start walking, it's like a history lesson. It starts out with the early Indians, gives a history of the Indians that inhabited this area, and then it kind of moves on to the later Indians. And that side's more early history, and then you get over here, it starts talking about stuff that's happened more recently. I mean, it's still old. We're talking 1800s. It shows some of the houses and the families that were in this area. To me, it's just a cool little spot to have a beer most of the time. This is the Tuolumne River. I don't know if my camera will pick up this fish. So you can see fish in the river. Some over there. You could probably sit right there and catch some fish. People do. I'm gonna go up the river here a little bit. There's a lake called Turlock Lake, and then alongside this river there's a campground they used to have it open. People used to kind of run it, but now it's sort of abandoned, but it's still there. You could easily camp there free. They had it locked, but somebody pushed the gate down. I heard the PA over here at the old Roberts Ferry School. I think, oh yeah, this shows it. Here's the old school. Well, that's the modern building right there. There's the old original school. Anyway, that's just right up here at the top of the bridge. But here's this abandoned campground I've been talking about. Just come down this little path here. There must be 100, I don't know, maybe 80 different campsites. They all have a picnic table and a food locker and a fire pit. River right there. You can actually cross this river, and there's some ponds back over there that were full of bass. The river's got bass in it too, and trout. Certain times of year salmon when they run, but you can't catch them. Striper. But anyway, this place, it used to, they have a camp host down there, and somebody ran it. You know, there's old bathrooms way down there. There's one right here. There's another one down that path over there. If I ever camped here, I've already figured out Space 57. We'll walk down there. Would be where I was, but for some reason I stopped right here. But let me get me a beer, maybe go for a walk, check out the river. I'm not camping tonight. We're just doing an evening ride, but it'd be an easy place for me to go. It's only half hour. By the time I stopped and got some beer and something to eat, it might take me an hour to get down here. Could do this after work. River's real nice. It's warm too. It's probably 85 degrees today. Could go swimming. Anyway, the camp spot that I would do is down there by those rapids. It's number 57. It's the most secluded one. They go on that way too, all the way up to those other set of rapids. Well, I walked farther down. There's my bike way down there. But there's also, along the cliff over here, There's a lot of camp spots over there, and they're actually shady a lot more because, I don't know, that cliff kind of puts off some shade. That path goes back to an amphitheater. We'll have to check that out. This is 57. I camped here, shit, it must have been early 90s. This place has been here a long time. It's always been underused. I don't think nobody really knows about it. And it's so close to Modesto. We're just east of Waterford. This one's got a fire pit. Well, they all have fire pits. River access isn't too bad. Rapids. Only thing, this spot really wouldn't be that good for night fishing. You'd want more of a deeper hole for night fishing. But if you weren't planning on fishing, this would be a good spot. Mostly because once you're down here, you can't even be seen. Just in case somebody did come down to see if there was someone here, they wouldn't see you in this one. Thought I'd walk back to the very back spot. If you really didn't want anybody to catch you down here, this is where you'd come. So they could be looking for you and not find you down here. I always thought this was real interesting though. There's an amphitheater. It's like at one point maybe they put movies or something for kids. I don't know, slideshows? I don't know anything about this. I have no idea, but they have I guess you could put your projector right here on this pole, project on that white screen, and all the seats for the kids or people, whatever. It'd be fun to watch a scary movie out here at night. This could be some place that could have some regular fun. These aren't camping spots. This would just be dispersed camping back here if you were going to go for this. But for most guys on motorcycles, this is more what you're used to anyway. Firewood everywhere. That'd be a good spot. It's kind of deep along that log on the front side of it. It sort of drops off. Almost back to my bike. I've been down here about an hour now. Not a soul. Shit, after dark they'd never find you. I'm quite a ways back from the front, from where you come in. It's paved over there, so this little dirt path. My bike's so dark it hides in the daylight. Well, I came back to the inlet of Turlock Lake. They haven't really started bringing a lot of water in yet. It always trickles a little bit. But it kind of gives you an idea of a place you could come. You can't get in here with a car right now. They got it blocked off, but you can drive right past the barricade with a bike. I've caught so many fish over the years back here. Even when it's down like this, it's still kind of a deep spot right up through the middle. That's basically the mouth of the inlet. When it's flowing, this is from there to there. It's raging pretty good. Pretty good river coming through. And you can really catch some big trout back here. And on the lake, you can catch smallmouth and bass. Trails, you could even camp back here. Right now you could camp back here. Nobody'd ever know you were here. They're not really thinking motorcycle would come back here. Especially an ultra glide. I don't know how many people would ride back here. But you know, I raised it up. It actually does pretty good off-road. Well, now I'm up in Lagrange. This is one of my favorite bridges to hang out on. A lot of fish down there. It's really nice under the bridge too, but I'm not going to go down there today. You can actually ride right down there. It's a trail. You can just ride and park underneath the bridge. It's a cool place to you can have a beer, just hang out. There's a bar. The town of Lagrange is right up there on top of the hill. On top. There's a bar that's a restaurant. Really nice place to hang out. It's been there over 100 years. Oh, look, there's some people down there fishing. I wonder if they're catching. There's some old buildings here in Lagrange. This was the first adobe building built in Lagrange prior to 1850. It was used for the post office and later stables for horses and that brought freight from Waterford. This town was founded by French settlers originally, about 1850. They dredged for gold. This old adobe building. Here's some of the tools from their dredging. It's still there too. Matter of fact, it's just west of town. Historical Lagrange, founded in 1848. And over here, it's a museum now, but it's never open. It says open on Sundays, but I've never seen it open. Anyway, it's the old Lagrange trading post from 1850. First stone building in Lagrange in the winter of 1850. And the jail from 1856 to 1862, Stanislaus County Jail. I think I'm gonna have a beer sitting in that chair right there. It's nice and warm, but I got pretty good shade right here and there's a breeze. Let's look inside the jail. I don't think it'd have been very fun. There's 2 rooms. One here. Looks like you can go through that door to another one. I wonder if we can see in there. Ooh, there we go. And they got 2 beds. They'll probably just make you sleep on the floor. This building's pretty old, by 1850. So, some of the fun things you can do when you just want to go on an afternoon ride is come out and just hang out with some old buildings. I bet these places have some stories to tell. Maybe if you sit here long enough, it'll just absorb in you. But there's nothing stopping you from sitting right here and having a beer. Enjoy the afternoon. They got a picnic table right here. They even got a sign that says, "Stay a while." That's inviting. It's the old Lagrange store. One on the east end of town. Used to be another one on the west end of town. I don't know if it's still open or not. The bar's in the middle. That's the road down to that bridge we were just at. But you can hang out here on the porch. I don't mind. Oh, hello. Hi, how you doing? Good place to get a beer. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. That's how you do it. They got all kinds of liquor here. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, it's kind of nice just to sit here. There's a nice breeze to this on this porch. I'm just sort of sitting here blending. I don't even think nobody even knows I'm sitting here. I don't think they care. Right next to the jail, though. I guess if they had a problem, they could just put me in there. There's some bathrooms right across next to the stable. Little public bathroom. There's chickens and guinea hens walking around. See, this is what I think about California. It's not, if you're not from California, you probably don't realize how laid back it can be. But yeah, this is my kind of riding. I was with my friends, they'd be wanting to hammer down. We'd be all the way up at Coulterville and headed to Groveland, which is fun. Great roads. It's like a racetrack all the way up there, but it's nice just to not do nothing. Let's walk over here. Get a better look at the cemetery. I recognize a few names back in there. Some local legends. It's a great little park. I've never seen anybody here. I don't think most people, even local people, I mean like Lagrange people, know it's here, but so many people just go past it. It's here for all of us. Supposed to enjoy these kind of places. Let's see what a schoolroom used to look like back in the day. There's a chalkboard, the desk. It probably doubled as a church. I don't know. There's actually a little kitchen on the other side. We'll go take a look at it. Little community. There's the front side. There's a sink. You can't hardly tell. A sink and some cabinets. Who knows? Probably made him some lunches. Oh, look. There's a refrigerator. Oh, no, that's a display case. Let's take a look at the bill. There's the outhouse. Get you a pass. Say, hey, I got to go use the outhouse. There's the bill. You could probably hear that bell all over this town, being up on this hill. Well, I couldn't come to Lagrange without stopping at the Lagrange Bar. They're closed this Wednesday. They'll be open tomorrow. I think today's the only day they are closed. This place, on a Friday or Saturday and Sunday, this place, it's all motorcycle parking in the front. This is actually a motorcycle destination. Anyway, I had to get a shot of Lagrange before I ended this part of my ride. This is their backyard back there. They have bands and they have a stage. They have a really great backyard section. This place has been here a long time. I mean, 1850s. When did they build it? Well, it burned down in 1897. Established. So they rebuilt it in 1897, I guess. There was an older one before that. Anyway, it's a great ride back to Modesto from here. It's like a racetrack. I love it. Look at that. Hey, good looking. They have really, really good food here. I love coming to eat here. This is Lagrange. This town is famous for motorcycles. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was a hopping place. There's the old well. Lower the bucket down there and get water. Imagine that today. But yeah, we're gonna head on back. This is probably the end of my video today. I just did a short leg up the Tuolumne River. It's just kind of a local loop I would do. Maybe tomorrow we'll go somewhere else. I don't know. I may just ride tomorrow. Hell, it was a fun day. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe I'll make another one someday.